Last episode, we spoke about the childhood sweets, or like talking about like you get mayo. Did I just say mayo?
You said it's mayo. Mayo.
Calvin, que mayo.
Que mayo.
I was gonna go Tiki. You correcting? That's
Take
not your
Yo,
I actually wanted to bring my kip today, but I was like, these people probably won't. I wanted to bring that.
Take 5. What is
Take 5. Take 5. The
icy,
icy.
Oh,
the ice.
Yeah.
Icy.
Yeah, you guys called it icy. When I heard you saying icy, I was like, what in the not from Johannesburg?
It's an
is
icy.
That? It's not an icy.
Well, that's the white term.
It's not.
What's the white term?
An ice lolly. Actually,
icy is short for ice lolly.
No, but they actually never called it anything. It's just it was a.
What do you mean they never called it anything?
Referencing the type of product.
Black
the
people
category.
would say "Gigopa ice."
Okay.
In the Val side, we would say "Risha ice."
This might be a good
never
time.
Icy.
This might be a good time to say or to ask, how black are you? How do you define your blackness?
What do you mean?
Like, there's something we all connect to that shows, oh, this is how black I am. Every Monday I eat mahodu or whatever. Like, we're rolling, right?
That's a culture thing. It's not a black thing.
I don't eat mukhodu.
I hate mukhodu, but
yeah, there's a community that will go, are you sure you black?
Yeah,
that's why I said it's a culture. It's definitely
say.
A culture thing. It's not a black thing.
Yeah.
My kids also don't. Well, maybe because I can't cook it. But
can I ask the English term for mode?
Tribe.
Tribe. I don't eat that.
Ofal.
I only learned how to start. I say learned because I the smell just turned me off as a kid.
I can't.
And then my dad somehow convinced me when I was like 14, 15 to try it, and I was like, okay, it's not bad, but I won't necessarily go into the shop and go.
Yes, yeah. I feel you.
So you're not gonna have the Woolies one.
Do they have?
Yes.
Woolies.
That's weird.
I've figured out
now.
Woolies' whole strategy. Woolies' whole strategy is to commercialize anything and everything that black people love.
Yeah.
That's their whole mission. Do you know that after Tyler came out with the Go Slows, you can find Go Slows in Woolies right now?
Really?
Yep.
And that is something that shouldn't be in a store.
No. That's sold, by vendors in town. And then you'll find it maybe by
in
a tuck shop, by
Midrand when they're giving their girlfriends. There's no food, right? Some guys, not everybody, but like in Midrand, they put it on bread. And then they give it to the girl that's come there for the weekend.
No!
It goes slow. Huh?
Where did you hear this?
I promise you. A girl went over to a guy's place. He's like, come through Friday, right? Comes through Friday. Girl is, you're anticipating. You're waiting for something.
I promise.
And then, a go slow, barbecue. A broto. Inside the bread, you say slice of bread, you say go slow, you say bread, you say
guys, welcome to Before You Weekend.
I'm telling
this,
you.
I don't know. Oh, there is no way.
No.
I mean, I've heard men do really trashy things when they have a girl over for the weekend or whatever, but I've never heard it get that bad.
Nah.
She ate, didn't she? She ate and then she
I think
ate.
she's lying.
She's not lying.
She's
not lying.
Is she your friend?
Guys, I can get. I'm telling you right
so you
now.
Get on the phone
this is something that happens to women all the time.
Answer my question. So she's your friend. You know her.
I can. Do you want me to call Irepe? Because I'm going to do it.
Answer my question.
I'm telling you.
That's how black Ellen is.
Irepe.
Just grab a cup. You're watching Before Your Weekend. 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 Hey, you're watching Before Your Weekend.
In the line of childhood sweets, were they called eclairs?
Yeah, chocolate eclairs.
Yeah.
Kitty Jackson
Chocolate
5.
eclairs.
Kitty Jackson.
What?
5, eh?
Kitty Jackson 5.
Guys, not everything needs a nickname.
I actually didn't know they were called eclairs.
I forgot what
until
they
I
call
saw
them.
a comment that said eclair, and I googled and I said, "Damn, Kitty Jackson 5." Kitty Jackson 5.
You're from Sutherland, sir. You guys had eclairs at the tuck shop.
For real. Like,
I forgot what we used to call them, but we never called them Jackson 5s.
and the thing is, I don't know why Jackson 5. I can't even explain to you. I just know
why.
that if
Yes, we used to call them Dikadber.
yeah, that's I think that
That's
was
how
for me
the whole brand, but
that was like the modernized, like when I'm like sitting in Sutherland and we're now a little bit more suburbanized than Dikadber. But if I go home and I say Kopari Jackson 5, they're pulling out eclairs, boy. That's what's happening.
Do you remember Love
that's
Candy?
the reason why I love being black.
Love Candy.
I had one
The
last night.
sweets with the hearts.
Heart, yeah. I used to
With
like
the-
those. Yeah.
With the messages, nah?
Yeah.
The little messages. Yeah.
I used to
Those are-
like those.
Those are dope. Those are the finesses. Like you buy a handles and it says, "Yo, I miss you," or whatever. Man, you landing.
Yeah, our age is
It's
coming
like
out.
PS. PS did
It
a
was
thing for
PS,
us. Yo, PS
Yeah.
put me on. Yo, shout out to PS.
You used PS
You use
before?
PS
Huh?
to do the
Who?
thing.
Let me tell you, like white girls don't need a lot in life. White girls don't.
White girls fell for that.
They don't need a lot. Like you see, this thing of doing a lot. It's,
Ah.
it's Olympics. Yeah. Black girls.
We
Yeah.
just
You know,
started,
and then black
guys.
girls learned it. Colored girls learned it from black girls, and white girls don't need a lot. White girls just need a PS that says, "I miss you" or "I think you're cute," and we're good.
And she's cool.
With that being said, how many interracial relationships have you been in?
I've dated all types of race, except I haven't been with an Asian. I've never dated an Asian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to focus on the
That's
white. I don't know why you went
broad.
there.
That's really,
like
really
all I wanted
broad,
to
especially
know.
for South
Just to
Africa.
summarize, I just summarize it. Like
That you
Okay,
can
how many
birth
white
them.
people specifically have
Except-
you dated?
how many white?
Yeah.
How many? Putting me on blast, TK. Damn, bro.
It's 2024. It's a,
how
if anyone
many?
is in Christ,
It's me.
he's a new creation.
Oh God, I'm in Christ. I don't have I don't have a number.
Gang, gang, gang.
I'm still curious about, not curious,
Yeah.
You can't
the
be
experience. I've never been with a white girl, so I'm just wondering culturally how is it fun? Like, I don't even know what questions there are to ask. Like, is it fun, or do you have to re-educate every single day?
Damn.
Or, like,
See, so but there's a difference, right? There's a difference when you're in high school and when you're in your big age. You're in your big age, you're conscious of a lot more.
Yeah.
You're conscious of society and its elements. So I do get curious at times of like grown people in interracial relationships, what that looks like. But also at the same time, I mean, you do find just white people that get it, right?
Yeah.
Like they just get the conversation that you're in, and they try their best to learn and understand. I think almost the same way as the racial chat might be a lot more hectic, but any religious preference or traditional culture, whatever the case is, they get it. So therefore, you have less of the friction. But I think that's rare. I think it's rare to come across one that just clicks and it just works, right? Unless 9 out of 10, the black guy just goes white, which makes everything a lot easier.
I would think white girls don't want the super suburban black guy. I could be wrong. I would think they want the hood guy. Because if you're suburban, it's like, oh, but they're going to look at you and go, but you're just like the other white guys. You're like Tony.
No. Let me tell you, that's not true.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah?
It's not true because
We want as close as
Because-
home as possible.
I
I mean, it would be easier if you, and I'm not saying, anything against anybody, but wouldn't it be easier to have somebody who doesn't have hectic ties to the township, or I grew up here or I'm ripping from wherever and whatever. He's from Sandton. We are all from Sandton. So there's nothing, I don't need to educate you in anything.
for sure.
So yeah.
I think it's the reason why, and the place where you'll see that it falls under, you're a different black. You're not the same.
Yeah.
You're not as the others.
Yeah.
So even when she has to tell her sister or somebody at home, she will at some stage say, he's not like.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the
You know what I'm
patience for
saying?
that.
So you qualify TK because you don't know how to speak another language outside of English, and you speak it very well. You speak it so well that when we're in the room, we can't. If somebody's
can't
listening,
tell.
can't tell the difference.
Yes.
So therefore, the approval is easier,
Interesting.
and that's why That's why she will gravitate towards a TK and not a SIPO.
There is no white girl who said, TK.
That's because
But you were not interested.
That's your problem.
Yeah, but at least show effort.
Show
This
something.
guy,
Do something. Show at
You
least.
were not in, but no. I could probably bet that you just didn't know. You just didn't know. Maybe because you also didn't think a white girl would be interested in you. So therefore, you just
Maybe
didn't.
they knew what questions I'm going to ask. Where are your parents?
Okay.
How much money do you really have? Where is your land before we talk? Real questions. Have you watched
So,
Sarafina?
for example, damn. TK.
That's a serious
Damn,
question.
but it is serious.
If you haven't watched
because that's the
Sarafina-
entry level. Yeah, that's entry level. You need to watch it. And how did you feel about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cry when they said he beat me?
Yeah.
I watched it in parts. I watched it on social media, so there's that. So
Wait, you haven't watched Sarafina?
I have not. Till today, I have not.
Black
watched
card
Sarah.
revoked.
No.
Johnny.
Actually, no. That's okay.
No, it's not okay.
No, it
What?
Do you understand why I didn't watch it, or it's just okay to have not watched?
Why didn't you not watch it?
It just, I don't know. It just didn't say, "Come watch me."
Sarafina.
It
That
doesn't-
didn't do anything.
You can do whatever you want. I know that part. Thanks to social media and wherever else, people will post and whatever. I haven't
Look at
watched
the camera.
it
Smile for the camera. I'm saying it like I
Next.
just watched it yesterday, and it's like
at all. Like if somebody said,
Wow.
because Somizi's in there, I go to that part and I watch, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then that's that. I just haven't watched it. So you can't say that is the yardstick for being black.
I think we can.
Nah.
Also,
I think we can.
Nah.
you can't. You cannot. You can't say if I didn't watch The Passion of the Christ, I'm not Christian.
That's
Because
not
I
the
have
same.
not.
That is
It
How is it not the
is.
same?
It is. That's
How is it
good,
not the
Ellen.
same?
It is.
Thank you.
Can we,
Same.
guys? I wonder. Put it in the comments. Like, I don't think it's not the same.
It is.
Not.
Because there's the black card and the white card. It's almost like I'm trying to think of a typical American black movie that everyone has watched. Sister Act.
I've watched that.
Among Black America, if you say you haven't watched that, it's like, what do you mean you haven't watched Sister Act?
Okay.
Or Boys in the Hood? Or
I only
like-
watched that stuff recently. All the stuff like. all
Yeah,
the
but you're in
stuff-
South Africa, so it's not the same.
I get that. So you saying our boys in the hood is Sarafina?
I
That's what you're
guess.
saying.
That's what you say.
I guess.
So okay, Tsotsi. Did you watch Tsotsi?
I did.
That's
How
not
do
the
you-
same.
How do
Do
you
you
feel
know-
about
We
that?
know. We
That's
both
Boys
did
in
not
the
like
Hood.
the movie.
Yeah,
That was a
hated it.
terrible
That's
movie.
terrible.
No, because they won and I was like, okay, why did
Did you see
I
why?
had to go and watch now.
Did you
and
see why?
Yeah.
Did you say I get it? Why you are?
I've till this day, and no shade to any of the actors at any time. I've got to say that, like, no shade to them. But sometimes when you sort of like slip in a batong, bafe just Taiwan haitunyana, no, for like legit, like
Not
because
shame. Give them.
give them like they did something there. To tell the truth, if you have to compare Tsotsi and some of the stuff that we are putting out now, I'd rather
You'd
watch
rather watch
Tsotsi. Yeah, because some of the stuff here is like,
Interesting.
yo, guys,
Wow.
I don't
It's
agree
not.
with that.
Yeah, no.
I don't agree with that. I think we have some really solid productions.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tsotsi looks like just bad CGI. Like
It opened up
I
with
don't
a baby,
know
right?
What?
That was the
Yeah.
opening sequence. A baby
Yeah.
with flies or something. Like
Yeah,
a neglected
no.
baby, if I remember correctly.
Yes, a neglected baby. Yes.
Okay.
okay, you guys are watching it from
okay, I
a
don't-
different point of view.
Did you watch Jerusalem?
I did.
What do you think of that?
That too, I would say that one's good. Like I
So
really,
between the
really
two?
enjoy Jerusalem.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Okay, we'll give you.
Yeah,
that
I will
card
give
back.
you. Yeah. Right.
I'm like the person that wants narrative, and it's not like I watch it. PH, right? There must be a storyline behind it.
Sorry, PH. You said.
I'm not gonna say what
Oh,
PH,
okay,
not the DJ, the other stuff.
Okay.
other hub.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh,
I'll try.
the hub.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
The hub.
the hub. Oh, the hub.
hub.
I was buffering, yeah.
Yeah, I was just above it. I was like, what? Okay, the
I'm not
hub.
talking.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah?
I'm the type of person that wants a storyline behind it, but don't just smack a freaking storyline on it just for the sake of.
So when you're watching the hub, you watch the storylines.
You saying it like, do you see? Like I intentionally like just say.
I want to know why Rachel got on her back.
Yes.
Yeah, let's explain.
I need to know.
How did she get
It must make
stuck
sense
in the
to
mic?
me.
Why are the
How did she
heels
get
off?
stuck in the washing machine? She wants to know how.
I want to, yeah, exactly. And I'm the type of person that says, like, you know what? I want to write something for them because they start off with something and then we just leave it in jail in the middle of nowhere.
You know what? I can
And
see
then
you
just no
watching.
story.
I can see you watching and doing like, YouTube reactors
Yeah,
with
I would
popcorn.
do
Like,
that.
man,
Like,
what?
like, what happened to
You
her?
said yes
Like,
to this?
Why? Where did he, all of a sudden, why is he the milkman? I don't understand. Who still delivers milk and this? Like, make it relatable to me, right? So that is how I watch
damn.
stuff like that. So that's why it's also for me when I say that it's more relatable compared to some of the stuff that's put out today. Because, like, remember the last time when we were talking about the quality of the storylines that are being pushed out by South Africa, right?
Yeah.
And then we say midday, there's no traffic, but all of a sudden now there's a
Which
heist.
Tuhungani.
It was
Hungani.
with Hungani.
Yeah.
And those are the things that get to me. Like when you watch that and then you watch something now, like here, even though some of the stuff was like really, really bad and it's just like, okay, but still it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, compared to some of the stuff today.
Okay.
Did you watch that? I don't know if we had a chat about it. The new Netflix essay movie on Netflix. I think we spoke about it. Did you watch it? We spoke about it. Hongano was here. Heart of a Hunter.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
That one was good.
That's good.
That's good.
Did you watch that?
It's good. Yeah, we just need to work on our action scenes.
Yeah, which is
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
You know, we've come. We need choreographers,
Yeah,
guys that will choreo action
'cause
scenes.
they look like WWE fighters now. Like, when we need the fist to hit, do something.
But the storyline was so good, just based
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
what's happening in the
the time. The time made it really.
what's happening in the country.
Yeah.
And I like how they took a different approach from, because we had a series based off state capture.
Yeah.
I just forgot what it was called. I just know a friend of mine was TK Sabotoma was an actor in it as well. I just forgot what it was called, but it had really good actors like Flo. I just forgot her surname now. That really good actor. She speaks multiple languages. She was president, and then they had Kenneth Mashaba. What's his name again?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the villain. So he was.
Oh,
he
I
was the
remember
villain.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was the villain in the whole thing. He did a whole kidnapping.
Yeah.
He kidnapped
Yeah.
the president, actually, if I remember.
I think those stories always resonate in South Africa because someone said it really well. It was an analyst. They said part of South Africa's fiber is three things. They said it's religion, politics, and I forgot what the third thing was. But they said religion and politics plays such a strong force in South Africa. When you read out, when you to understand South Africans, you got to understand those two things: how we view faith and how we view politics. That's the
good.
spine of South Africa.
Yeah, I wonder what the third one is, but
forgot what the third
that's right.
Yeah.
So I felt like this was a dope, different take because it went into intelligence and not just the people, because it's almost like when we speak about like movies and essay and like possible scripts or possible movies, not existing ones, it's like my issue is also like we keep writing what every normal person sees,
Yeah.
and we don't write beyond what people see
Yeah.
to kind of whether to give a different take or in-depth take of a different world, right? Whereas America does that so well. America will do the whole aliens landed in California type chat.
It always lands there. It's always New York and Empire State. It's
Yeah.
not India. Why? Because like now they must die. In their view, like, you guys need to go. You guys been a problem.
Yeah, but we never write stories. That's why I think in the Western world, District 9 did so well. They had aliens land in Joburg.
Yeah.
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 You know, and for them it's like they creative writers like that.
Yeah.
Hence why I liked Heart of a Hunter, because it showed secret intelligence in essay, which exists. It's not like it's something that doesn't
Yeah.
exist. It's there. So yeah, dope production, dope writing and everything.
Did you see that Tyler's got a new movie?
Tyler
Tyler Perry.
Oh.
And when I
was
say
like,
new,
I don't know,
I
She's
mean-
winning way too much now. Now we're gonna investigate his wins.
probably. But yeah, no, it's a new movie. I think
What's
it's
the movie?
I forgot the name, but Divorce in the Black or something like that.
Is it black people getting divorced?
Is there abuse?
No, she divorced. From what I saw, and I was just like, and people were saying, guys, can they sent a message or they mentioned Tyler in the comments and said, can we have something else, right? And I was like, but he's in his pocket. There's people that are watching this thing.
He knows his audience.
He knows his audience. Leave the man alone. He's going to make his money. Leave the man alone. He did one movie, which I obviously can't remember.
He did well with
right now,
Acrimony. I don't know. Did he write Acrimony? It was a really smart concept because it had people arguing for years.
Yeah, and still do, I suppose.
Yeah, they still do. I think because I remember the whole notion around like, is Tyler Perry anti-black? And you know,
Oh, they were saying that?
yeah, like, well, anti-black is probably an excessive term, but just in the sense that he's not pro-black though, from a perspective of what is it, along the lines of, you know, using Moja Love, dog.
Okay.
Like they accuse Tyler Perry of Moja Love vibes.
You're basically creating a weird narrative about people.
Yeah, you always
Black
you
men and
always
women, yeah.
you're always showing the negative, and
Yeah.
you're making your money off the negativity of black communities.
That's a valid point.
And at first I was like, oh damn, but you go along the lines of, but he's done so much, you know, he put the people on, but it's like in the back end, well, Moja Love put people on, but it's also not building.
Yeah.
To
It's
whose
not.
benefit?
You know, and I was like, and somebody said, also from the perspective of, for a black, not just a director, because at the time he was a director, but now he's a production owner. For somebody who has that much power and influence, you would think they'd lean into the positive direction of building community, which, yes, you built the studios, etc., and jobs, but then in this case, we're talking narrative, right? Not taking away from the other side of the coin, pretty much. So when I thought about it, and even when you talk about like new movies like that, and it's like, it's kind of like, I'm starting to think about it as well, to be like, yo, maybe that is the whole play, because it's an easy play. You know, Moja Love is not finna run out of business on that account. And then we can still say, but people are watching it,
There's money in toxicity.
Yeah.
There's lots of money in toxicity.
Yeah.
Because when you say to whose benefit, Moja Love is like your, I don't know where, your Jerry Springers and all of that genre of shows, TV shows. People were watching it all over the world, addicted to it. People rushed home for it. So just like Moja Love, it's the same thing. People rush, and then they will talk about it and they will react to it. People that on a 9 to 5, it doesn't, you know, match up. Like, how are you talking about this show and this is what you do? But it's what they do. So I suppose market.
Let's bring this closer to home.
You're watching before you weekend.
So the president got inaugurated. Let's start there. No, not a single person is happy that our newly elected
Can I
president.
tell you how upset I was over the weekend? So this is how I found out, right? I have been disconnected to the whole conversation since the votes got rigged, pretty much, right?
With your
There's no
chest to say it.
allegedly, right? Then over the weekend, I'm scrolling through Instagram, minding my own business, and then I read that they have announced Cyril as president again. As in, he's not automatically president because the ANC won. As in, the people had options.
in the GNU. Well, there's only Malema.
They had an option, and they chose. I was mad. I'm still mad. I'm still pissed.
Yeah,
I'm pissed. I'm like, are we
I'm struggling to find the right words to articulate this, but this whole GNU thing, it's what we said last week. It's DA secretly. It's a coalition. It's not,
government collaboration project.
Especially with what happened this week when Helen
Deluxe edition.
I think Fikile said on the news, we're going to work with adding other parties. And then Zilla said, no, he must read the clauses. He hasn't read it because he actually has to get permission from us and the rest of the ANC. So basically, DA is the neck and ANC is the head. That's what it sounds like.
Is that the clause 24? What?
Yeah, clause 18, 24, and for which other clause? But basically,
that's the
ANC
contract they signed.
Yeah, ANC can't make decisions alone.
Okay, which to be honest, I'm happy about.
Yeah, it's gonna create more accountability.
Yeah.
But already look at what's happening in KZN.
The only issue, the only issue is that is DA that's holding them accountable. That's my only issue.
Yes, I would have loved it to be EFF.
EFF for sure.
I mean, now you got a premier. The premier of KZN is white. MK is not reflected at all in KZN after dominating. I feel like you're going to create a problem now.
How is that possible?
They refuse to be part of the GNU.
Who, MK?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So refusing to be part means you can't make decisions. You get no seats.
Yeah,
all
you
of
can't
that.
sit.
So
so they don't have those seats in parliament that were projected.
As far as I understand, no, they would have if it was not GNU. But you have to, I guess, agree to be part of the GNU for you to be considered. So whoever's been considered now, IFP, DA, PA, I think Action also got a seat or whatever. Like they will get their seats.
Okay.
But if you said no, we're not going to participate, you lose it. That's why on that Friday thing, only EFF was present. MK wasn't there. And I was like, are we creating the road for chaos in KZN again?
I think we are.
It's gonna get, in my head, it could get bad or it could get good. At the same time, that white guy, Christopher Papas or whatever, apparently he turned his ward around.
Who is that? Who are you talking about?
That white guy could speak Zulu from the DA.
These guys.
The white guy speaks Zulu from the DA.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he turned.
The young guy.
Yeah.
The gimmick.
He he worked the land. Like,
I mean, he's a puppet.
Gimmick.
Man.
So I'm not, and you guys know I don't like DA, but people are saying that guy actually got work done in his time.
Okay.
So.
And we definitely need that, but this is going on the whole leopard print vests thing.
Please, all cameras on her.
Hold on. I'm no longer there. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm back to the Eastern Cape. I'm okay. Okay, I'm done.
Say what you're trying to say.
What I was gonna say is, usually it's odd, right? Because you know how white people work. They'll say, Ellen, go and speak to, because you get us and then you get them. You know, it's easier for me to go in, use one of your own, but then at least, black nyana, something like that. For me, I don't get their logic, because they are always anticipating a strike, a something. They're forever anticipating. You know, we can't do this because just now they start to toy or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they comply and they placent and whatever. So for them to say, you know what, even though, because that's not necessarily how they are going to view it. And when I say they, I mean KZN is viewing the fact that he turned his ward around. Asnandab. Like, we want our own person. Asmazi.
Asmazi.
Yeah.
That's exactly how.
Oban lab.
I'm not going for you guys this time. I just want to make that clear. I have said nothing about you people.
You people. That's rude. Okay? You people. You can't use that term. You can't say you people.
You can't say you people.
I can't say us because I'm not with them.
Okay.
I don't have. See, you doing that? Nope. What I was gonna say is, there's a DA member who got exposed. His name is Renaldo Gouws. For those who don't know, he actually was a really prominent YouTuber who spoke on politics a lot. From time to time, he had good stuff, like really valid points that should be asked. And then I don't know if he let go of YouTube to get into politics. He joined the DA. He had burner accounts, and he was saying a lot of racial things. On election day, he forgot to log out of his burner account and tweeted on the wrong thing. He tweeted on his own thing. And he's basically doubling down saying, I'm not racist. Today, article came out today saying, I apologize. Sir! Sir! And you know how when we get vengeful, we will do a deep dive into the thing.
Oh, yeah.
They pulled out files like, oh, but isn't this you years ago?
Yeah,
and then they found his father. Oh, your father posted the South African flag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Step down, like with immediate effect.
No.
but that's what we say. DA hasn't spoke yet,
Because they agree with him. They share the same sentiment.
Exactly.
and that's concerning.
But that we've been
It's
saying.
concerning how it's obvious. It's on brand. What is it that the cool kids say? It's that. It's the
Type shit.
Whatever, guys.
It's exactly that. Why would they be like, oh my word?
He should be held. This is
All
South
they're
Africa
going
still.
to say is like, it was in the past. Why are we still like dragging what?
I don't think we're applying enough pressure on the DA to go, how do you handle this? This is the first week of office now. Let's see how you handle this. And we should be applying the most pressure on them, going, okay, well, you won the seats, and we still don't know where you got your blacks from, because it's confusing to see that you got so many seats. How do you handle that?
Yeah, but they agree to it. They agree with that notion. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But also, we've been knowing that. Excuse me, and that's why I'm also just like the country is just, I think it's just like in a weird pocket where it's like, yo, we know what's going on, guys. Like for the first time in a long time, we know what's going on. We know that the guy that is our president by title is not our president.
It's not our,
Like we know that. Somebody who knows nothing about politics knows that much.
Yeah.
You know, we know that we shouldn't have load shedding.
Yeah.
Like we shouldn't. We've had load shedding for what, 14 years? Insane. In a country that is the most progressive country in Africa. Insane.
That whole load shedding thing still frustrates me though, because you think about things like 14 years of load shedding. We on the hottest continent in the world. You telling me we can't put solar panels on traffic lights in 14 years? At least cover all the metropolitans, then all the traffic lights would work. We don't need to be powering that from ESCOM.
Like,
and people have had really great ideas on how to curve the situation. I've heard about roof tiles out of solar panels. There's so many
that's the new
concepts, and ESCOM's going no.
Nah.
Sir, someone's going to be held, has to be blamed.
Even Elon in his I don't care about essay said, yo, I can come build one of my giga whatever he calls them.
Oh, really?
I just forgot what it's called.
For power?
Yeah. Because that's what he used. Because that guy's got a factory in the middle of nowhere. How does he power that thing? He built a whole power station first. Then he built the Tesla plant. So it's self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Power-wise. It's not connected to whatever, the normal grid.
Yeah.
So he said he can build that thing.
Do you understand how much kind of ibitang ace of spades? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know how much that is?
It's like 6,000 or something, right?
So you expect the money to come from where? I can't be ace of spadesing on a Monday.
Okay, fast for a year.
And then
and give us let the country's roads be powered, at least the country's roads.
It doesn't affect me. All I need to do is woo 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 woo, and I am through that traffic. It does not affect me.
It out.
Wherever I stay, there's electricity 24/7. I chop it out.
And what you're saying is such a solid point, because I think about that at times to be like, the disconnect is so bad.
Yeah.
You know, the disconnect is so bad because you don't experience any inconvenience in life.
Yeah.
So it is why when I'm sitting with guys in ANC conversations, and especially a lot of guys that are on the ground, and they talking about, you know, we need to continue fighting for the struggle. And I'm like, what struggle, my brother?
Which one are you talking about now?
Which one are you talking about?
Yeah.
That your leaders are fighting for? Which struggle is that? Because if they were fighting for the struggle, we're not talking about the same oppression struggle. We're talking about an economic,
100%.
which we were getting out of, and you guys put us back into it. So what are we talking
was
about?
it Mbulula for his just before elections went into, I don't know what village it was, with a G-Wagon
Imagine.
telling people to vote.
Imagine.
But then again, we also know pastors like that. Let's not get into that one. We know pastors are going to townships in nice cars. Oh, guys, you must love God. Trust God and you can get this. No, I don't think it works like that. I don't think trusting God gets you... I'm not going to say the car because it's going to... Yeah.
Oh, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class.
Okay, I will say G, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I thought if I go with it, yeah.
While we're on the God thing, because this is such a gripe for me, this kind of, what do they call it? Spiritual dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were
What
gonna
is
talk about
that?
spiritual cooking. Yo.
Spiritual cooking? Is that a thing? What?
So dark. People do dark things out there, guys. It is.
Oh, when they like mix and then...
I don't know what they're mixing, but they're cooking something. And people are eating something and drinking something.
So like poison and whatever.
in the house of the
you guys
supposed
never
Lord.
heard about spiritual cooking? Yo. So you know Jay-Z, famous big rapper, and that guy from America. Yeah, that guy. He's got a song called Picasso Baby, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the video, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a weird, but it's a cool video. You know, it's an art gallery vibe. They doing
that
cool
woman.
stuff.
Someone said something's up with that woman.
Which one? The white one that's...
Yeah.
Someone said that woman's
infamous
into stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's infamous, like spirit cooker. Like she's popular, like big, and she does like these dinners where she does the spiritual cooking stuff for elitists.
So like casting spells, kind of. Spiritual cooking is what you're talking about.
You know, like whatever you think is happening, there's probably happening.
We still want people to watch the episode. We don't want this thing to be suddenly cut.
South Africa doesn't. We don't feature like that. We don't. Small things. You know, we don't play like that. Got no time for that.
Okay, this is a very wild episode. Let's talk about spiritual dancing thing.
No, I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Also, like, you know, they come in there and then there's a song playing. Né? Usually the song is about something.
Oh, God is an awesome God.
But the dance is there, short left.
Yeah.
Kona Harankua, that way. Like, it has nothing to do with the lyrics of the song. The people that teach how to do the spiritual dance aren't dancers themselves.
Yeah.
So it's the
like,
worst.
where in the Bible? Which chapter is that?
Also, because we're so comfortable.
Which chapter is that?
You can go online and you can go into any social media platform and you're going to find people talking about spiritual cooking and wada, everything that is dark and whatever. I'm not saying that spiritual dance is dark. I'm just saying, like,
it's
weird. And it's not done right.
I mean, I guess we've never seen our parents go, I love it when you just wave the flag. It touched my heart. It really changed my life when you just said.
But then again,
that is like at your mega churches. The flags, it's at the mega churches. You must come there, go guys.
Yeah, there's no
flags. It's just a whole lot of
this and that.
And once you've done that, that is worshipping to the highest level.
Okay. In their defense, it's modern dancing. It's
I did modern dance when I was younger.
It's like
ain't nothing like that. I also watch So You Think You Can Dance, and I watch contemporary, and I watched interpretive. I watched it.
It's interpretive dancing.
Watch that, and then you can hear the song, and you're like, I can see she's now getting up to pick up her son and lifting him. You can see. But with us, it doesn't make sense. It's not clicking. It's not coming together.
Who is she picking up? Where is it going? Did it fly?
Is it amazing? Is it in the air now? Is the baby in the air now? Did she give the baby to? She gave the baby to God. The baby's my God.
Come on, guys.
People are going to go to church starting going, yeah, that's what Elon is talking about.
No, they must go and they must start watching.
Okay, but then do we then accept, does praise and worship make sense when they doing the hip hop dancing stuff and they, doing the stuff, whatever? Does that make sense?
Don't call it, because the way that it was explained to us, to me, is that this is the dance in heaven.
Wow.
Do you understand? So when you were
That's
hip hopping and
dancing
cranking and whatever there, nobody said that this is what we're going to see in heaven. They just said this is a performance, this is a show, it's a Christian for Christian people,
Yeah.
right? Nobody said that cranking there in heaven you're going to see it. No, but they say spiritual dance. This is exactly with the flags and the whatever.
So the flag is like
Like-
wings. So they say the angels are doing that with their wings.
It's
it
very
looks it looks tedious.
it's very easy to purify something by putting God on it.
Yeah.
Like when Tie-Dye said crump is it's our
Kingdom
form of
rapidly
prayer, like,
uplifting mighty praise.
we're like, yeah. But now when you watch it in mute. It looks weird. Just seeing
it's like
who are you fighting? Who is at war with you?
Fighting the devil, my brother. Fighting the other spirits.
God did that already. Why are you doing this every day? It's like, yo, it looked nice because we were dancers. Like, oh yeah, at that time, especially during the crump era, it's like, oh, this no one can crump like this man.
Yeah.
But
Still
like
no-
now it's like,
But still,
now it's like
still nobody can crump like Tie-Dye till today.
yeah.
Do you see he's married?
I thought
married.
he's been married. Is that?
He's married and his wife is a dancer, so now they do dual content. Is so
Are they crumping?
in some content they still crumping. He's still kingdomly, rapidly uplifting mighty praise. Okay.
Is there an equivalent of gift of the givers for Christianity? And I know it's just that it's been on my
Can't this
chest.
gift of the givers. I say Christ.
It's not
The
Christian.
CEO is Indian, I think.
It's
Or
it's
Hindu.
Muslim.
Muslim, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, I knew
Yeah.
that. I remember that.
So if anybody that's watching that may
I
care,
know one.
what is
In
it
South
called?
Africa.
What is it called?
Oh, he's so spicy. That's bad.
Who?
Let's go. What
No, don't say it, guys. We're moving on. He's gonna say, and I know who's. Don't worry.
Okay, let's
I'll tell you after the recording.
Let's not say about like I don't need names.
Let's wrap.
don't need
How many minutes
names.
in are we?
41.
My question
Guys,
is
we're 10
no.
minutes
Hold on.
left.
This is very important to me, right? Because and it goes with the whole cooking thing, right?
Okay.
Because when you online, and this is about everything where we feel that we need to jump onto a bandwagon of this seems to be trending, so I'm going to talk on it. But you don't come with any substance, right? So this is across the board. It doesn't just apply to church. But I was just thinking, I've been thinking of this, that okay, there's gift of the givers, right? It doesn't say Muhammad's, I don't know, gracious hand upon the needy. It says gift of the givers. And when there's a problem, they go, they assist. That is it, right? But where are the Christian, where it doesn't say Ellen in the Father's house on Sunday's church? Okay. Because everywhere we go, I have to make sure that people know that Ellen did it.
That's
And
interesting.
even if Ellen did it, I'm not where there's where the tornado hit in KZN. I'm not in the huge places. I'm nowhere to be seen. Mara, find me online, and then now we're bickering about why are you guys wearing the foopsie, go gang, and all of that stuff. Do you understand? Like that. Okay,
Nah,
I'm
it's-
done
That's
now.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
good point.
it's a big check because I mean, most churches do that stuff for PR, and that's where the problem is. You know, like, yeah, I think that's where the biggest issue comes from,
Yeah.
for sure. When
Because
you're
how
doing-
do you win
when you're
souls
helping.
then?
Yeah, nah.
Because it's very easy for me to say that, you know what? This is what happened to me. The gift of it was practical. It was here. I saw it. And then when I go in and they say, guys, rekopa like 10%. With a white heart, I say, here, take my 10%. In fact, take some more. You know, because I saw the work that they did. And then now they say, you know, give into the house of the Lord. I'm like, but where is it going? Like, in our community, where is it going? In our
going to
country,
my-
where is it going?
It's going to my renovations for my house.
So maybe that pastor that once
going to
said he wanted to
my-
marry me, maybe.
It's going to
Let's
my
do it.
son's new apartment.
Yes,
Or his
Son's
car.
new
exactly, something. I don't mind. Let's do it.
You're watching before you weekend.
And this is in relation to content creation. I don't know if you guys have heard Nara, the American
Yes,
food
I
content
heard
creator. I've been seeing this thing making rounds. And for those who aren't like aware, there's a South African chef who has she has her own
On
farm, and like she makes organic food and whatever else. The American content creator literally just copies what the South African does.
Yeah.
And that resulted in the South African creator saying she doesn't want to do this anymore because of course the American is really blowing up.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Is that the conclusion of the story?
She said she doesn't want to.
She was crying.
She's
dude. It was
discouraged.
bad.
Why is she crying?
Because, and I think also it's because of the way people came at her.
Sorry, maybe I don't understand.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand. So wait, who's crying? The
South
American
African-
lady.
No, the South
South
African.
African lady.
Why is she crying?
Because
The Americans blowing up off of her ideas.
yeah.
So it's what we've been
And she's
seeing-
saying that she didn't know her.
Yeah.
But there's proof that they've chatted and say, hey, love your work, whatever. And then now when Ish hit the fan, she's like, but I don't know her. I don't even know she exists.
So I can understand why it's discouraging in the sense that the American copied the ideas and she's making money from that.
Yeah.
She's profiting. She's blowing up. She's in the millions, right, of followers.
Okay.
So imagine you putting in the work and someone looks at it like, I can also do that. And they do it, and perhaps because they got money and whatever, she makes it look maybe a tad better.
Sorry, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. No, I'm not. What I'm gonna say is, I was reading that whole thing and I was like, I don't know what the issue here is, because we live in a world where that happens
We live on the internet
all the
yeah.
time.
She's not giving credit.
In fact, let me go. In fact, who did we credit for this podcast? We didn't come up with this idea. We didn't.
Of
And
what?
that's my whole, like, we didn't come up with the whole concept of sitting here, the three of us, and having conversations about whatever the case
Yeah.
is. We didn't credit whoever did that and made this a thing.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing where creativity is concerned. Because, and at a bigger scale, it's literally that, is taking something that's put out in the world, is it essentially stealing, or is it an ode to, as they would say, the best compliment is when your idea is stolen? Right? Because it's the reason why Elon Musk doesn't put, which is very crazy, but he didn't patent the Tesla electronic car, because he knew that the other entities would essentially, quote unquote, fight to do it because it was going to work. So he left it as an open patent. So no one can claim the idea, but everybody can copy it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, let me bring it back down to that specific story. The content she's creating, she saw from somewhere.
Yeah.
Just in a different texture or lighting or different bowl or
Yeah.
different recipe or whatever. And I was like, I understand at the core of it, like ish, but why is this person? Block them then. Well, block it. Then she doesn't see your content type of conversation. But as far as to make it a whole thing, and I know maybe she wasn't making thing. I'm surprised you saying that she quit, or she said she's quitting, or she's stopping, or she's crying about it. And it's like, you guys are in two different economies. Of course, in somebody in America takes our exact concept right now and says, we're going to get on a podcast and just have normal conversation. That thing could blow up. They could have a Spotify deal tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's America. Of course.
Yeah.
But it doesn't negate the concept and the idea. It doesn't take that away from you.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're describing this as if it does. Because whether we're talking about cars, we're talking about fashion, we're talking about music, that happens. It's part of the space.
Yeah.
And then to go as far as saying, well, it's because she's not being credited or whatever the case is. Your best, Beyonce wasn't crediting any of the people she stole the stuff from. And there she is. She's on tour. Where do we put that? Come on, man.
Said
Come
from the
on.
Minister of Arts and Culture.
But there should be, and I guess how...
Why are you
I
crying?
would love that position.
Stop crying.
Yeah, but
you
look,
cannot.
Look, I get the issue in that sense, but I don't think it should go as far as us trying to boycott the other creator and her even stopping to create. I don't think it is that, because then it's like, then you don't take from anywhere. And my whole concept is, as a creator, you take from everywhere.
Yes.
You definitely do. And sometimes you don't even realize when you're mimicking something that you've seen, because you've seen it from a distance. And in this case, yes, it's not that. It is directly, she's saying, oh, she did this. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. I'm like, 50% of content creators right now do exactly that.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a new idea.
Come on. That was, for me, it was blown way too far out. It trended and whatever. And I was like, what is this? I was looking at this thing. I'm like, what are we talking about here? As if it's something
I don't think that
new.
was the intention, because it has been happening, and she could have made a whole ruckus early on, right? And she didn't. But I think it's just the way in which it was done, because she says that, okay, this is something that I learned from my grandmother and I just, adapted it or did something to it, etc., and I made it my own. Fine. Even like on a personal thing, and say that, hey, this is, clever. But now it seems like it's every single thing. If I take a little bit from TK one day and I take a little bit from you and I take a little bit from Bali and Cian, it's a little bit at, like, that is inspiration. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
But now it seems as if it's everything. And not everything.
Are you saying you can mirror them? You can put them side by side?
For sure. Yeah,
and
you
I
can
think
mirror them.
that's where the pain is, because if it's just in general, because that's how social media works. You see something is trending, that's how you trend, right? Somebody did a dance challenge, you do it, maybe you do it a little bit better, you put a little twist on it, you blow up more than the creator maybe, and that's fine, we get that. But if I take everything from TK, the way he speaks, and you can't, that's
You can, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can. I'm saying in 2024 you can, and that's exactly what's happening.
And not
it
even say...
It didn't even start by her. This thing is from Naomi Campbell. It's from Karl Lagerfeld. It's been happening. It's part of.
Okay, so
It's Michael Jackson. I can go even that road, and niggas can try to throw me under the bus. But Michael Jackson, where Quincy Jones goes, Michael Jackson, I know you steal, man.
okay, so if you're a content creator, podcast or whatever, please leave your opinion here. Maybe we should also put on Instagram as a separate thing to hear how do people
direct
really
the question
feel.
so that you can cut it.
Yeah. Is it fair to be inspired and mimic and slowly find your own way, or is it to some degree problematic? I think we should close the episode here.
We have so much to talk about.
There's so much. Take us home.
But no, how many minutes are we in?
Past.
Past.
What is it that
damn.
you're drinking? Because here we
Jack
are,
Black, thank you.
drinking away
What are you drinking?
with no appreciation.
Jack Black Super Crush. Shout out to Jack Black Super Crush. You should go taste it. TK, how does it taste like?
Don't ask me that, please.
Oh, yeah. But big
Please don't
different
ask me.
flavors. Y'all should check it out. Shout out to them. They're working with the M Studios. We are at M Studios doing our thing. In other great news, alongside Jack Black Super Crush, Drake is hit 100 billion streams.
Whoa, next time, let's put that on the next one. Let's continue this chat in the next one. Hold on,
For
pause.
next week.
That's
Next
'cause
week,
he's
sir.
got a lot. He better get
Say
over
bye.
his chest. All right. That's about it. Yeah, I guess. Can we go away with this new mic pandemic? This mic that has a speaker.
Oh, for the kids.
It's a pandemic. Can we stop? Like no, like it's enough.
You'll get
now.
it when you have a child.
Huh?
I want that thing.
Why?
Because I've got children.
Okay, then what?
It
Then what's
brings joy to see the absolute
Your kids are big though.
horror. That's even that's why. That's why. I only want to do it for the horror that I see in their faces, that like, how can I make your life horrible today? And then I get the mic and I make a noise.
Did you get it?
No,
You
not
haven't?
yet. I couldn't find it.
You
I want
looked.
it. I want it. I want it.
Horrible.
I want
That's
it.
horrible.
Just
Okay.
randomly. Hey, my name is Ellen M. and I am
You can
your
actually create
mother.
Create a TikTok account like that. That sounds could pop off.
What?
Do a TikTok account just doing that stuff with that mic. Find it and do that stuff.
Oh,
It could pop.
But don't get mad when somebody copies you. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching today's episode. We appreciate you guys. Please continue to support us. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Engage with us on Instagram, social media, where we post other stuff, and share it with your friends as well. If you think somebody from another office would like this during their break or during times where they don't want to work. But we don't encourage that. We
We don't
encourage you to
encourage
work
that.
because you need to get your money, of course. But yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Please do let us know what you want to talk about as well, and let's engage further. Okay, that's about it from us. This is Before Your Weekend, where we talk about the week before it ends. One time.
You watching before you weekend.